Datta Sri Guru Datta Jai Guru 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 Datta Sri Guru Datta. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha, Shri Padavallabha Narasimha Saraswati, Shri Guru Dattatreya Namaha, Shri Ganapati Satchidananda Sadgurubhyo Namo Namaha, Harihi Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Hanumate Namaha. Jai Guru Datta and welcome to Datta Arpanam with your host Rishi Nirvan Balrup
and Ravita Singh. Jai Guru Datta, Swagatam, and thank you for tuning in to Datta Arpanam, a showcase of the life, music and teachings of His Holiness Paramapujya Dr. Shri 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 Ganapati Satchidananda Datta Ji of Avadhuta Dattapitam in Mysuru. Today's program begins with the offering of pranams, gratitude, and this invocation prayer at the sacred feet of beloved Sadguru Deva Pujya Shri Datta Ji or Datta Tata Ji, as this program, possible only through His divine grace, is offered to him. Please join his second-in-command, Pujya Shri 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 Datta Vijayananda Tirtha Swamiji now in worship.
Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha, Shri Padavallabha Narasimha Saraswati, Shri Guru Dattatreya Namaha, Shri Ganapati Satchidananda Sadgurubhyo Namaha. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gururdevo Maheshwarah, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Bhuyuta Shri Hari Chinnhitabhyam Agastya Rekhadibhiranchitabhyam Nigodha Bijakshara Mudritabhyam Namo Namah Sadguru Padukabhyam. Ganapati Gurumekam Satchidanandarupam Vibhudharivahasevyam Yogamargadhirudham Sharanamupagatanam Sanghadrivajram Mama Hridaya Nivasam Bhaktinamro Namami Bhaktinamro Namami.
Once again, everyone, Swagatam, and thank you for tuning in to this morning's episode of Datta Arpanam. Today's program is being brought to you through the kind courtesy of Ramlal Educational Institute of number 12 Exchange Lots Couva, Valini's Drug Mart Limited of 58 to 60 Sutton Street, San Fernando, Debe Supermart Limited of 182 SS Erin Road, Debe, and Koke Supermart Limited of 14 Naparima Mayaro Road, San Fernando.
Last week, as the story of Srinivasa Kalyanam continued on Datta Arpanam, you heard that upon receiving Lord Srinivasa's invitation for his wedding to Padmavati Devi, celestials, including the Sapta Rishis, Goddess Saraswati, Goddess Parvati, Lords Ganapati, Brahma and Shiva, and even Lord Shiva's army, all delighted with the news of the upcoming nuptials, started arriving at Venkatadri. When they were all assembled there, Lord Srinivasa asked if any of them had any objection to the wedding. As this wedding was a divine celestial wedding, if there was an objection, the wedding would be called off.
Today we will hear what transpired next and what the gods ended up doing. But first, let us unite our voices in the worship of Lord Ganapati. Please open the Bhajanmala app or visit the website www.bhajanmala.com and enter Bhajan ID number 9, where you will find the words to this divine bhajan.
Gam Ganapati, Gam Ganapati, Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Gam Ganapati, Gam Ganapati, Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Gam Ganapati, Gam Ganapati, Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Gam Ganapati, Gam Ganapati, Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Gam Ganapati, Gam Ganapati, Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Gam Ganapati, Gam Ganapati, Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Gam Ganapati, Gam Ganapati, Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय श्रीगणेशाय नमः.
एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय श्रीगणेशाय नमः.
मोदहस्ताय रक्तवर्णाय लम्बोदराय नमः.
मोदहस्ताय रक्तवर्णाय लम्बोदराय नमः.
हस्तिवदनाय सूक्ष्मनेत्राय सर्पसूत्राय नमः.
हस्तिवदनाय सूक्ष्मनेत्राय सर्पसूत्राय नमः.
बुद्धिप्रदाय सिद्धिनाथाय पाशहस्ताय नमः.
बुद्धिप्रदाय सिद्धिनाथाय पाशहस्ताय नमः.
Gam Ganapati, Gam Ganapati, Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
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 अर्करूपाय नाट्यप्रियाय गौरीसुताय नमः
अर्करूपाय नाट्यप्रियाय गौरीसुताय नमः
दुर्गाप्रियाय दुरितदूराय दुःखहरणाय नमः
दुर्गाप्रियाय दुरितदूराय दुःखहरणाय नमः
प्रथमवन्द्याय पापनाशाय परमात्मने नमः
प्रथमवन्द्याय पापनाशाय परमात्मने नमः
सकलविद्याय साधुवन्द्याय सच्चिदानन्दाय नमः
सकलविद्याय साधुवन्द्याय सच्चिदानन्दाय नमः
गं गं गणपति गं गं गणपति गं गणपतये नमः
गं गं गणपति गं गं गणपति गं गणपतये नमः
गं गं गणपति गं गं गणपति गं गणपतये नमः
गं गं गणपति गं गं गणपति गं गणपतये नमः
गं गं गणपति गं गं गणपति गं गणपतये नमः
गं गं गणपति गं गं गणपति गं गणपतये नमः
गं गणपतये नमः गं गणपतये नमः गं गणपतये नमः गं गणपतये नमः गं गणपतये नमः गं गणपतये नमः गं गणपतये नमः गं गणपतये नमः.
What a beautiful start to the final episode of Datta Arpanam for the year 2025. You were just listening to Parama Pujya Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Datta Ji or Pujya Datta Ji as he rendered that bhajan. Thank you for tuning in to today's offering, which is coming to you on 103.1 FM through the grace of Pujya Datta Ji, and thanks to the sponsorship by Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, Valini's Drug Mart Limited, and Kokie Supermart Limited. As we prepare for today's contemplation, please join in worshipping Naranarayana Maharishis, Goddess Saraswati, and Sage Vyasa.
Narayanam namaskritya naran chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudirayeta. Last week and again this morning, you heard that Lord Srinivasa asked all the sages and gods who were assembled at Venkatadri if any of them objected to him marrying Padmavati Devi. But when the divine is acting for the welfare of the world, won't other divine beings all support that action? So of course all the gods, goddesses and other celestials gave their consent to the divine marriage.
The members of Lord Shiva's army were admiring themselves in their silk dresses. The responsibility of making sure that all the sages were happy was given to Lord Shiva. Meanwhile, the responsibility of welcoming the guests was given to Subramanya Swami, the chief of the celestial armed forces, and Manmatha, the god of love, offered to take on the responsibility of distributing the betel leaves or pan leaves and nuts.
On earth, whenever there's a festival or ritual, one of the first things people always discuss is the cooking. But here, in the story of Srinivasa Kalyanam, as they were all celestials, cooking was at the bottom of the list of things they addressed. Agni Devata, the god of fire, offered to cook.
Vayu, the wind god, offered to supply fragrant materials.
All the guests were to be gifted with at least 2 or 3 gold chains and 4 or 5 gold rings.
Kuber, the god of wealth, took upon himself the responsibility of managing the finances of the wedding.
Like this, all the deities came forward to shoulder some responsibility in the divine wedding.
And this is how we too should be. Remember what Vakula Devi had told Lord Srinivasa when he asked about their family. She told him that all the deities were their relatives. Now those same deities are all pitching in to help in the wedding of their relative, Lord Srinivasa. Listeners, special occasions should bring families together, not split them up because of jealousy, selfishness, ego, etc.
And let us all learn to see not only our blood relations as family, but let us learn to see everyone as a family member. After all, do we not all belong to the one Datta family, to the one family of God or of Guru?
In Shloka 15 of chapter 15 of Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna said, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivashtaha. I am situated in the hearts of all living beings. So listeners, if Paramatma is only one, and if that one Paramatma is in you, me and everyone, then are we not all part of that one whole? Are we not all part of that one family? Of course we are.
We may look different on the outside, but the outside is not what counts. What matters is who or what we are on the inside, and that is that one divinity.
So everyone, I challenge you today, as we draw near the end of another calendar year, each person you see, smile at them. If it feels appropriate, say a kind or encouraging word to them. And if you cannot do either of these, then at least mentally bow to the divinity that resides within them. And if even that isn't possible, then at the very, very least, say a prayer for them.
If we all live our lives either seeing the good in people or wishing well to others, or better yet, both of these things, think of what a wonderful place this planet would be.
Recently you heard on Datta Arpanam that Mother Goddess loves all of her children, even the demons who she must discipline. Feel that mother's love. Emulate or also develop that universal love, starting with first yourself and then the next person who is, at this moment, right next to you. And then let that circle of love expand to each person, each animal, each insect, each bird you meet.
Listeners, we live in the age of Kali, but we have been blessed to have an Avadhuta like Puja Dattaji here with us, guiding us. Let us practice his teachings. Let us spread love and goodwill. Lord Sri Hari took on the form of Narasimha Swami to save one devotee, one good person, Prahlada. That shows us the power of one person's goodness. That shows us that one person can make a difference.
As Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world. Looking at the world and just complaining about what isn't right, how is that productive? It isn't. Be a positive spark in this world. We do not need fireworks to ring in the new year. Let us ring in the new year with a spark of goodwill emanating from each of us.
And let us light that spark now as we join in singing this Devi Bhajan in the name of all of those who are too unwell to pray for themselves today. Let us offer this bhajan on behalf of all of those who are too weak, too sad, too afraid, or simply too demotivated to pray. May they find peace, comfort, and strength in the embrace of the Divine Mother.
Please open the Bhajan Mala app or website to Bhajan ID number 116 and join in devotional singing.
తల్లి తల్లి పాలవెల్లి అల్లి బిల్లి కల్పవల్లి తల్లి తల్లి పాలవెల్లి బుల్లి కూతురా అల్లి బిల్లి కల్పవల్లి వైన ఇందిరా తల్లి తల్లి పాలవెల్లి బుల్లి కూతురా అల్లి బిల్లి కల్పవల్లి వైన ఇందిరా పెరటిలోన మా పెరటిలోన మా పెరటిలోన పెరగవమ్మ మెల్లి మెల్లిగా గుండెలోకి పాకి పాకి మమ్ము చుట్టుమా మమ్ము చుట్టుమా పిల్ల పాప మా పిల్ల పాప పిల్ల పాప పాడి పంట మూడు పూలుగా ఆరు కాయలైన రీతి పూచి కాచుమా పూచి కాచుమా తల్లి తల్లి పాలవెల్లి బుల్లి కూతురా అల్లి బిల్లి కల్పవల్లి వైన ఇందిరా వేదశాస్త్ర వేదశాస్త్ర పాత కొత్త విద్యలల్ల నీకు పువ్వులై నీకు పువ్వులై మాకు పిల్లగాళ్ళ ముద్దు పల్కులౌనుగా పల్కులౌనుగా ముద్దు పల్కులౌనుగా మాకు పిల్లగాళ్ళ ముద్దు పల్కులౌనుగా అందులోని నీ చిందులోని నీ చిందులోని మర్మమెల్ల అరటి పండుగ సచ్చిదానందమై మాకు దక్కుగా మాకు దక్కుగా సచ్చిదానందమై మాకు దక్కుగా మాకు దక్కుగా తల్లి తల్లి పాలవెల్లి బుల్లి కూతురా అల్లి బిల్లి కల్పవల్లి వైన ఇందిరా తల్లి తల్లి పాలవెల్లి బుల్లి కూతురా అల్లి బిల్లి కల్పవల్లి వైన ఇందిరా తల్లి తల్లి పాలవెల్లి పుల్లి కూతుర అల్లి బిల్లి కల్పవల్లి వైన ఇందిర
తల్లి తల్లి పాలవెల్లి పుల్లి కూతుర అల్లి బిల్లి కల్పవల్లి వైన ఇందిర
Last week you heard about Pujya Dattaji's new musical album Devi Ananda Lahari. Well, that delightful bhajan was another gem taken from the treasure chest of that album. You were just listening to Pujya Sri Dattaji here on Datta Arpanam. Thank you for tuning in to this devotional hour, which is coming to you on 103.1 FM through the grace of Pujya Sri Dattaji, and thanks to the sponsorship by Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, Valini's Drug Mart Limited, and Kokie Supermart Limited.
Before that bhajan, you heard that all the celestials had their specific assigned duties for the wedding between Lord Srinivasa and Padmavati Devi. And again, there's a lesson to be learned from this. Each deity had a specific duty. Listeners, once again the words of Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita come to mind. In the 47th shloka of chapter 18 of that sacred text, Sri Krishna said, Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharmat swanushtitat swabhavaniyatam karma kurvannapnoti kilbisham. In this shloka, the Lord counseled Arjuna, saying that even if it is performed imperfectly, it is far better to complete one's own duties or one's swadharma than to perfectly complete the duties of someone else, what is called paradharma.
And listeners, the reason for this is the person who completes the duties he should be completing based on what the Shastras say or based on the person's social standing, that person, even if he makes some mistakes in fulfilling those duties, he will not incur sin. Here, in the story of Srinivasa Kalyanam, this is yet another lesson which is being subtly taught.
Think about it. Who better to manage the finances of the wedding but the Lord of Wealth? And who better to build the mandap than Vishvakarma, the celestial architect? Would it have made sense for Vishvakarma to say, I want to handle the money, when he is not as qualified for that job as Kuber is?
And would it have made sense for Kuber to say, I want to decorate and build a stage that everyone will see, when he was not the most knowledgeable on architecture? No. Sri Krishna teaches us that though someone else's job may look more attractive to us, our focus should be on our own job. Do it, and do it to the best of our ability. Then no sin can be accrued from performing such a duty. Through the duties assigned for this wedding, if we look at who is given what duty, we are reminded of this important lesson taught by Lord Srinivasa when he had previously incarnated as Sri Krishna.
While everyone carried out their respective duties, Lord Srinivasa was personally supervising all the arrangements. He asked about water for the wedding and water facilities, and the god of rains took on that responsibility.
The moon took on the responsibility of holding the bright light, while cleaning was the responsibility of a group of deities.
Yama, the god of punishments and death, took on the responsibility of controlling the troublemakers.
All of these arrangements about the respective duties were discussed with Lord Brahma, the Creator. They were then distributed and were being implemented by the deities. Remember, this is no ordinary marriage. It is a divine marriage which is taking place for the well-being of the universe. All the deities were performing their respective duties to uphold the promises they made to Sri Hari.
And listeners, again we can learn from this. Sometimes in our exuberance to help out, or in our hesitation to say no, we may promise more than we can do. But never do that. Always keep your word, and one way to ensure that you never break a promise is to never promise more than you can deliver.
Up until this point, we have heard a lot about the various roles filled by various deities. But who was actually going to fulfill the role of the main officiant or the main pundit or the main priest at the wedding? Well, that job went to Lord Brahma.
The powers of the 5 elements, so earth, water, fire, air, and ether, all their powers merged into one.
Meanwhile, all the powers of the deities also came together.
Everyone was waiting for this divine incident to take place. Padmavati was also very happy.
Listeners, can you not feel the excitement building? Channel that excitement into devotional singing and dancing now as you dance to and sing the Pallavi, final and first charanams of the bhajan Raksha Karo. You have already heard how in Kailasa everyone likes to dance. So dance now as we join in praying to Lord Shiva, asking for his protection as we approach the year 2026. You can find the words to the bhajan by entering bhajan ID number 1260 on the Bhajan Mala app or website.
रक्षा करो शंभो शंकर हम सबकी 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 शंभो गौरीश देव सच्चिदानंद हर हर शंभो महदेव शंभो गौरीश देव सच्चिदानंद हर हर शंभो रक्षा करो शंभो शंकर हम सबकी रक्षा करो शंभो शंकर हम सबकी जगन्नाथ मन्नाथ गौरी सनाथ हर हर शंभो जगन्नाथ मन्नाथ गौरी सनाथ हर हर शंभो रक्षा करो शंभो शंकर हम सबकी रक्षा करो शंभो शंकर हम सबकी रक्षा करो शंभो शंकर हम सबकी शंभो शंकर हम सबकी शंभो शंकर हम सबकी
That energizing and divine song is a composition of Paramapujya Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Dattaji's or Pujya Dattaji's. You were just listening to Pujya Dattaji here on Datta Arpanam. This morning's hour of bhajans and discourse is coming to you on 103.1 FM through the grace of Pujya Sri Dattaji and thanks to the sponsorship by Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, Valini's Drug Mart Limited and Kokie Supermart Limited.
So far today, you have been hearing about the roles assumed by each of the deities, the relatives of Lord Srinivasa, on the occasion of that Lord's wedding. But last week you also heard that the Sapta Rishis had been invited to the wedding. So you may be wondering what these Rishis were up to.
The Sapta Rishis, or the 7 sacred sages, were immensely pleased with the opportunity to praise Lord Srinivasa on earth. The prayers they uttered on this auspicious occasion are called Kali Santapa Haraka, meaning the prayers which help to avoid sorrow.
Kashyapa Maharishi prayed to the Lord by starting with the word Kadi Hri Vanta. Through this, he chanted the Bijaksharas or the Bij mantras, Ka and Hrim, Bijaksharas or seed letters for Mother Goddess. The sage worshipped Lord Srinivasa in the form of Mother Goddess, Raja Rajeshwari. And since Lord Srinivasa is also worshipped in the form of Mother Goddess, he is called Balaji.
Atri Maharishi worshipped the Lord as Sadashiva, the husband of Uma, who in Kali Yuga is known as Venkateshwara. And listeners, just before we hear what Atri Maharishi said, this reminds us of something that Pujya Dattaji tells us always. There is no difference between Shiva and Vishnu. Lord Srinivasa is Lord Vishnu. We know that when Lord Vishnu came down to earth following Mother Lakshmi, he took on the form of Venkateshwara Swami or Lord Srinivasa. But here, Atri Maharishi is worshipping him as Sadashiva and referring to him as Venkateshwara. I see Shiva in him, said the sage. He is my protector. He is the god of learning.
Next, Bharadwaja Maharishi praised the Lord, saying, You are the husband of Lakshmi. You fulfill all the desires of your devotees. You are my salvation.
Sage Vishwamitra praised the Lord. O Venkateshwara, you are the all-pervading God. You are omnipresent, meaning you are present everywhere. You are the creator. You are enlightenment. You are my protector.
Gautama Maharishi, the husband of Ahalya, glorified Lord Srinivasa, saying, You are the gem of Venkatadri hill. You are the favorite of Gaurisha, Lord Shiva. Govinda, the protector of cattle, is my protector.
Then came sage Jamadagni, the father of Parashurama, who said to the Lord, You are the protector of the universe. You are the destroyer. You are the universe. You are the God of life. You are my God who is so peaceful. And once again, listeners, we are being reminded that there is no difference between Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu. Who do we normally think of as the one who protects the universe? It is Lord Vishnu. Who do we normally think of as the destroyer? It is Lord Shiva. Sage Jamadagni is saying, You are the protector of the universe. You are the destroyer.
Sage Vasishta then worshipped the Lord, saying, I consider myself to be the soul of the universe, and pray to Venkateshwara, the Supreme Being, who is the eternal truth, and who is the incomparable. I am serving Lord Srinivasa.
Listeners, by daily remembering these words of praise composed by the Sapta Rishis, a person is blessed with fearlessness and prosperity. How blessed we are that Pujya Dattaji has chosen to share these divine words with us, and how extra blessed we are that he, that Avadhuta, that present-day incarnation of the aspect of Lord Dattatreya also shares his own compositions with us. Please join now in singing one such composition.
And as we prepare to bid farewell to 2025, I'll give you a moment to try to guess the bhajan ID number for this next bhajan. Listeners, if you guess that ID number for today's next bhajan, one of 2025's final bhajans on Datta Arpanam, if you guess that the bhajan ID number was 2025, then you guess correctly. Please join in this musical offering.
Hariം ശ്രയേ ശ്രീഹരിം ശ്രയേ
ശ്രീഹരിം ശ്രയേ ശ്രീഹരിം ശ്രയേ
ശ്രീഹരിം ശ്രയേ ശ്രീഹരിം ശ്രയേ
ശ്രീഹരിം ശ്രയേ ശ്രീഹരിം ശ്രയേ
ശ്രീഹരിം ശ്രയേ ശ്രീഹരിം ശ്രയേ श्रीधरं श्रीकरं श्रीपरं श्रये
श्रीधरं श्रीकरं श्रीपरं श्रये
श्रीधरं श्रीकरं श्रीपरं श्रये
श्रीधरं श्रीकरं श्रीपरं श्रये
केशवं श्रये माधवं श्रये
केशवं श्रये माधवं श्रये
केशवं श्रये माधवं श्रये
केशवं श्रये माधवं श्रये
वामनं श्रये पावनं श्रये
वामनं श्रये पावनं श्रये
वामनं श्रये पावनं श्रये
पावनं श्रये पावनं श्रये
वामनं श्रये पावनं श्रये
पावनं श्रये पावनं श्रये
वामनं श्रये पावनं श्रये
पावनं श्रये पावनं श्रये
गोपतिं श्रये धीगतिं श्रये
गोपतिं श्रये धीगतिं श्रये
गोपतिं श्रये धीगतिं श्रये
गोपतिं श्रये धीगतिं श्रये
कोमलं श्रये श्यामलं श्रये
कोमलं श्रये श्यामलं श्रये
कोमलं श्रये श्यामलं श्रये
कोमलं श्रये श्यामलं श्रये श्रीहरिं श्रये श्रीहरिं श्रये श्रीहरिं श्रये श्रीहरिं श्रये श्रीधरं श्रीकरं श्रीपरं श्रये श्रीधरं श्रीकरं श्रीपरं श्रये
धारणाप्तये ध्यानशक्तये
धारणाप्तये ज्ञानशक्तये
धारणाप्तये ध्यानशक्तये
धारणाप्तये ज्ञानशक्तये
बुद्धिदीप्तये बोधक्लुप्तये
बुद्धिदीप्तये बोधक्लुप्तये
बुद्धिदीप्तये बोधक्लुप्तये
बुद्धिदीप्तये बोधक्लुप्तये
मोघनष्टये ज्ञानपुष्टये
मोहनष्टये
ज्ञानपुष्टये
मोहनष्टये ज्ञानपुष्टये
नित्यतुष्टये सत्यमाश्रये
नित्यतुष्टये सत्यमाश्रये
नित्यतुष्टये सत्यमाश्रये
नित्यतुष्टये सत्यमाश्रये श्रीहरिं श्रये श्रीहरिं श्रये श्रीहरिं श्रये श्रीहरिं श्रये श्रीधरं श्रीकरं श्रीपरं श्रये श्रीधरं श्रीकरं श्रीपरं श्रये
तत्त्वसंशये संस्कृतेर्भये
तत्त्वसंशये संस्कृतेर्भये
निष्ठुरामये नीचनिश्चये
निष्ठुरामये नीचनिश्चये
इन्द्रियाजये शोकसंशये
इन्द्रियाजये शोकसञ्चये
मामकाशये त्वामहं श्रये
मामकाशये त्वामहं श्रये
श्रीहरिं श्रये श्रीहरिं श्रये
श्रीहरिं श्रये श्रीहरिं श्रये
श्रीधरं श्रीकरं श्रीपरं श्रये
श्रीधरं श्रीकरं श्रीपरं श्रये
वेदवल्लकी नादसेवितं
वेदवल्लकी नादसेवितं
रागवल्लरी योगभावितं
रागवल्लरी योगभावितं
भावतन्त्रिका गीतरञ्जितं
भावतन्त्रिका गीतरञ्जितं
प्रणवघण्टिका मञ्जुषिञ्जितं
प्रणवघण्टिका मञ्जुषिञ्जितं
श्रीहरिं श्रये श्रीहरिं श्रये
श्रीहरिं श्रये श्रीहरिं श्रये
श्रीधरं श्रीकरं श्रीपरं श्रये श्रीशमाश्रये श्रीदमाश्रये
श्रीशमाश्रये श्रीदमाश्रये
देवमाश्रये भावमाश्रये
देवमाश्रये भावमाश्रये
विष्णुमाश्रये जिष्णुमाश्रये
विष्णुमाश्रये विष्णुमाश्रये
सच्चिदानन्दश्री सद्गुरुं श्रये
सच्चिदानन्दश्री सद्गुरुं श्रये
श्रीहरिं श्रये श्रीहरिं श्रये
श्रीहरिं श्रये श्रीहरिं श्रये
श्रीधरं श्रीकरं श्रीपरं श्रये
श्रीधरं श्रीकरं श्रीपरं श्रये
श्रीहरिं श्रये श्रीहरिं श्रये
श्रीहरिं श्रये श्रीहरिं श्रये
श्रीधरं श्रीकरं श्रीपरं श्रये
श्रीधरं श्रीकरं श्रीपरं श्रये
श्रीधरं श्रीकरं श्रीपरं श्रये श्रीधरं श्रीकरं श्रीपरं श्रये श्रीधरं श्रीकरं श्रीपरं श्रये
so far we have worshipped Lord Ganapati, Mother Goddess, Lord Shiva, Lord Venkateshwara or Lord Srinivasa, and through that bhajan you just heard Lord Sri Hari. But today we also learned through the prayer of the Saptarishis that we may have worshipped God by many names, but in each instance we were really worshipping that one supreme divinity. Venkataramana Govinda.
Govinda. With that powerful and uplifting chant, everyone, we begin to wrap up this week's episode and 2025's final episode of Datta Arpanam.
Pranams and gratitude are offered at the divine feet of beloved Sadguru Deva, Parama Pujya Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Dattaji and Sri Datta Vijayananda Tirtha Swamiji, without whose teachings, compassion, love, guidance and music this program would not exist.
Pranams to you, Puja Sri Dattaji and Sri Swamiji. Kindly forgive any errors which may have been committed in preparing or in sharing today's episode of Datta Arpanam, and please guide us to avoid such errors in the future.
Special thanks are extended to the staff at 103.1 FM and to the sponsors of Datta Arpanam, Valini's Drug Mart Limited, Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, and Kokie Supermart Limited. And of course, dear listener, an extra special thank you is extended to you for sharing this devotional hour with us.
If you would like to listen to today's program again, check out the Datta Arpanam Facebook page where later this week the YouTube link for today's episode will be shared.
Once again, everyone, thank you for tuning in today. You are invited to please tune in to 103.1 FM again next Sunday at 6 a.m. Atlantic Standard Time for 2026's first episode of Datta Arpanam, a showcase of the life, music and teachings of His Holiness Parama Pujya Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Dattaji. In the meantime, special congratulations go out to Pujya Sri Dattaji on the consecration of yet another ashrama, the Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Ashrama in Ayodhya. Programs related to that consecration started on Christmas Eve Day and continue until today. So once again, congratulations to Pujya Sri Dattaji and thank you for spreading Sanatana Dharma throughout the world.
Congratulations to Puja Dattaji, and listeners, to you, on behalf of all those involved in getting Datta Arpanam to you every week. Have a wonderful and blessed 2026. Remember that this coming Tuesday, December 30th, 2025 is Vaikuntha Ekadashi. It is believed that the doors to the inner sanctum of Vaikuntha or heaven are opened on this day. So be sure to take a head bath and try to fast on this auspicious day. Fasting on this day is said to remove all of one's sins. So once again, that's Vaikuntha Ekadashi this coming Tuesday.
And then on December 31st, so New Year's Eve or Old Year's Night, please remember to avoid using fireworks or loud firecrackers. As we make a conscious effort to be the change we want to see in the world, and we make a conscious effort to think of our fellow beings and their well-being, please celebrate without disturbing the peace, the well-being, or the safety of others.
Mata Jayalakshmi, Puja Dattaji's mother and first guru, instructed him that his own practices should never disturb the practices of others. Let us practice such discipline. Avoid loud celebrations and 100% do not drink and drive. Think of your safety and the safety of others. Ideally, refrain from alcohol, but if you do drink, do not get behind the wheel of a vehicle.
Happy New Year to each and every one of you. In 2026, may you be stronger and more resilient as a result of the challenges you faced in 2025 and may the new year be a smoother year to navigate. God bless everyone.
Jai Guru Datta.
Shri Guru Datta. Etat phalam Shri Sadguru Charanaravinda Arpanamastu. Harihi Om Tat Sat.
ఏకాదశి 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 విష్ణు సదా పాదదాసి విష్ణు సదా పాదదాసి ఏకాదశి 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 విష్ణు సదా పాదదాసి ద్వాదశ్యాం పరణాద్య హరిరతి సంపాదయిత్రి ద్వాదశ్యాం పరణాద్య హరిరతి సంపాదయిత్రి బుద్ధి శుద్ధి జ్ఞానదాత్రి సచ్చిదానందదాత్రి బుద్ధి శుద్ధి జ్ఞానదాత్రి సచ్చిదానందదాత్రి ఏకాదశి 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 విష్ణు సదా పాదదాసి విష్ణు సదా పాదదాసి ఏకాదశి 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 విష్ణు సదా పాదదాసి విష్ణు సదా పాదదాసి 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 పాదదాసి
శ్రీ గురు దత్త జై గురు దత్త 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 శ్రీ గురు దత్త
ఓం శాంతి 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 హరి ఓం తత్సత్